In this training segment, we're going to talk about the ADASLINK OBDII cable. It's something a little different. This cable has a couple of very unique features. The first one is it has a built-in LED light. And to use it, all you do is touch the little button on the side of the OBDII end of the connector, right where I have the little arrow showing. And as you can see, this is a very bright LED light. And it works awesome for finding that OBDII connector under the dash. And just so you know, there's a replaceable battery on this little unit. Now, I've taken the liberty to show you how to do that. Slide this little cover off of the OBDII connector end. Now you can see the battery is accessible. The battery is a lithium cell CR1220 3 volt. You have to admit, what a great value add for your OBDII cable that comes with ADASLINK. This specific cable can also show vehicle battery voltage. So let me show you why this is important. Well, in a perfect world, a 100% charged battery would be between 12.6 to 12.7 volts. So what if the battery is low on a charge? Well, now this makes a big difference. Vehicles today can have 120 modules or more that you're trying to scan, and this can affect the way the modules communicate. As the voltage starts to drop in the vehicle's battery, communication errors and other things that can happen can cause you to have erroneous or non-existent codes all of a sudden show up. This makes a big deal when it comes to diagnosing the vehicle. So you're probably thinking to yourself, why is this a big deal? Well, remember, at 12.4 volts, your battery in that vehicle is only at 75% of its total charge. Now imagine, if you can, you've got the scan tool plugged into the OBDII port. You have ignition key turned on. Your battery voltage is now dropped to 12.2 volts. That's only 50% of the battery's charge, or the capacity of what the battery should be. So you just keep scanning. So the battery voltage is now at 12 volts even. That's only 25% of the battery. That's it. The modules are looking for voltage and amperage. All of a sudden, they start dropping offline. The ones that do stay online are reporting that there's issues with the ones that dropped off. That's what we're talking about, creating erroneous codes. You keep on scanning, and the next thing you know, you're at 11.9 volts. At that point, that battery is technically discharged. It's time that you need to recharge that battery. Now, we're going to talk about that in another video on what do we do to maintain that battery voltage. But for now, I want you to understand how important this cable is to a technician. When you explain it to them, it makes sense. Now let's take a look at how long it takes for this to happen on a vehicle, what I just described to you on the battery voltage dropping. So when we first plug in the OBDII connector, we can see the battery voltage is at 12.6. That's what we expect. But now if we turn the ignition key on, take a look at what's happening. That battery voltage starts to drop pretty fast as all the modules come online. Even if you have accessories turned off like headlights and heater motor. But what if you didn't have those turned off? How fast would it drop? As you can see, just within seconds, we're already down to that 12.0 volts. And then we hit 11.9. We have to stop. We cannot be scanning this vehicle for codes and get codes correctly from that vehicle. And notice there was a little low indicator that showed. There's also a high indicator when the battery voltage gets close to 15 volts. This little cable gives me a lot of information as a technician that will help me become a better scanning technician and have better and precise reports for the vehicle. I hope that you get what this OBDII cable means to a technician. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again on the next video.